Hello students, today we are going to start the lesson number 11 from your grammar book, that is relative pronouns. We have already seen the concept of relative pronouns. Now today we are going to see what is given in our grammar book. Now the first exercise is get set. Write down names of 4 people you admire. Share with the class something about them using the words who, whose or whom. Now for example, one is given here. I admire Abdul Kalam, who was a great scientist. Now in this manner you can write 4 more examples taking names of people. So you can write something like this also. I admire my mother who takes care of me. I admire my father whose principles have shaped me as a person. Or you can also write, I admire my teacher Deepa whom I met this year. So in this manner you have to use all the 4 words, that is who, whose, whom, these 3 words. So you have to use all the 3 words and make 4 sentences. Going to the next exercise, that is let us learn. This is for your understanding. 2 examples are given here. Exercise is what keeps you slim. Second is, this is the man whose bag was stolen. Now explanation for these sentences is given in the box. You already know that a pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun. So students, you know that what is a pronoun? It is the word which is used in place of a noun. A relative pronoun introduces a relative clause and is used to refer to a noun that has been previously mentioned in a sentence. So when do we use relative pronoun? When the sentence is already having a noun, that noun is already used, but when we have to refer to the noun again, then instead of using the noun again, we use its pronoun form. So in the example which were given above, this is the man whose bag was stolen. Here whose is our relative pronoun and it refers to the noun man. In the second sentence, exercise is what keeps you slim. What is our relative pronoun which refers to the noun exercise. Now, the relative pronouns whose and what are used to refer to the nouns previously mentioned in the sentences, that is man and exercise respectively. We use relative pronouns to add more information to the nouns. So why do we use the relative pronouns in the sentences, students? When we have to use the noun again, we have to give some information about the noun again, but instead of taking the name of whatever the thing, person, we use pronoun instead of taking the noun again. Relative pronouns are used to join 2 or more sentences. Yes? Another purpose is also joining the sentences and then they form relative sentences. See here, one example is given. Meet my brother. He is a gymnast. Meet my brother who is a gymnast. So here we have joined the 2 sentences using the relative pronoun who, which is referring to the noun brother, common noun, that is brother. The most commonly used relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, whoever, whomever, that and which. Now let us practice. Now we have to solve this exercise. You underline the relative clause in each sentence. Write down the relative pronoun that introduces the clause in the blank space provided. So here we have to underline the relative clause and also we have to write the relative pronoun in the blank space. First one is done for us. See, the singer who was very talented won the contest. Now here the relative clause is who was very talented and the relative pronoun is who. The second sentence, the bookstore no longer sold the book that I wanted. So that I wanted is the relative clause and that is our relative pronoun. Third sentence, my first novel which was published last year was a hit. Now here which was published last year is our relative clause and which is our relative pronoun. The child who lives next door needs a babysitter. Who lives next door is the relative clause and who is the relative pronoun. We walked past the church in which I was baptized. In this sentence, which is our relative pronoun and who lives. We walked past the church in which I was baptized. In which I was baptized is our relative clause and which is our relative pronoun. Sixth one. The book that I borrowed from the library is due tomorrow. That I borrowed from the library is our relative clause and that is the relative pronoun. Seventh one, the boxer who came to inaugurate the show is Mary Kom. Who came to inaugurate the show is our clause and who is the pronoun. Bungee jumping, which is an adventure sport, is gradually gaining popularity. So which is an adventure sport is the relative clause and which is the relative pronoun. So here we have finished the exercise, that is let us practice. Now see here few important points are given. Who, whose and whom are used for persons or animals. So this is a revision for you as we have already gone through all these concepts like when do we use which relative pronoun, that we have seen in the PPT already. But let us revise it one more time. So we use who, whose and whom for persons or animals. Examples are given. This is the man who helped us. So who is the relative pronoun? This is the dog whose master is very kind. Whose is again the relative pronoun. She is the teacher whom I admire the most. So here whom is the relative pronoun. Which is used for animals or things. Example, we found the donkey which had the longest ears. So here which is our relative pronoun. That is used for a person, animal or thing. So see here 3 examples are given. This is the convict that escaped from prison. So that is the relative pronoun. The cow that was wounded is now recovering. That is the relative pronoun. Now here in the first case, it is used for person. In the second sentence, it is used for animal. And now see here in the third sentence, the dance that was organized by the group was successful. So dance, we can say it is a event or it is just a non-living thing. So we can use here that instead of any other relative pronoun. Going to exercise B, tick the correct relative pronoun in each sentence. I am going to directly read the correct one. You please tick that one. This is an issue which will lead to arguments. Second one, Sam is the person whom we chose as the leader. Third one, this is the plan that contains all the information. Fourth one, Rabindranath Tagore is a great poet whose poems are often based on nature. Fifth one, these are the crocodiles whose hides are illegally used to manufacture bags and belts. Sixth one, the child which is wearing a hat is my niece. Seventh one, it was the crowd that helped to rescue the lady. Eighth one, the teacher who got the best teacher award was happy. Ninth one, the police chased the car which had tinted glasses. And tenth one, lead me to the person whose bag this is. Okay. Coming to the exercise C, join and write the two sentences by using a relative pronoun each. First, this is the boy, he stole my pen. This is the boy who stole my pen. Second one, this is the teacher, her nature is good. This is the teacher whose nature is good. Students, you can also underline the relative pronouns which we are using here. In the first sentence it was who, in the second sentence it is whose. Third one, this is the boy, the teacher praised him. This is the boy whose teacher praised him. Fourth one, this is the house, Tom built it. This is the house which Tom built. Now, let us go to the box. Relative clauses are used in descriptions and narrations. Compare these sentences. So, what is a description? Description is something when we write details about something. It can be the details of a person, a place, animal, or anything. And it is also narrations. Narrations means when we tell some incidents, when we narrate a story, those are called as narrations. Now we have to compare the sentences. Two sentences are given here. Winnie has long black hair. It hangs down to her waist. It is held by a clip. This prevents her hair from falling over her face. Now here the sentences are joined. Concentrate here on the second sentence. Winnie has long black hair which hangs down to her waist. It is held by a clip which prevents her hair from falling over her face. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences, we have changed those sentences into 2 sentences by joining them with relative pronouns. Instead of separate sentences, the use of relative clauses, as in the second sentence, links or connects ideas or thoughts and gives them a smooth flow. Now, coming to the next exercise, that is exercise D. Here we have to join the sentences using appropriate relative pronouns. The way we have seen it in the box, now here you are not having those long sentences, but we have to join the sentences using appropriate relative pronouns. Now, which relative pronoun is appropriate and which is not, this you will come to know when you practice many sentences like this. And we can also refer to when do we use who, whom, when, whose, which. So this all is told to you already. And if you get doubt why this relative pronoun is used, then you have to refer to the reasons which are given in the PPT. When do we use who, whom, whose? Okay. Coming to the first sentence in exercise C. I know the officer. He is very honest. So to solve this, it is given like I know the officer who is very honest. We use the word who for persons. Second one, a man called. He didn't give his name. Answer is a man called who didn't give his name. Third one, here is the child. His parents are lawyers. Now, for child, we use the word whose. Here is the child whose parents are lawyers. Fourth one, did you see the gifts? I received them on my birthday. Did you see the gifts which I received on my birthday? Fifth one, I want a robot. It can do my homework. I want a robot which can do my homework. So robot is a non-living thing, and for that we are using which. Gifts are again non-living, so we use the word which. The student scored the highest. She got the prize. Now, The student scored the highest who got the prize. Seventh one, Dad lost the parking slip. It was important to get his car out. Now, answer is Dad lost the parking slip which was important to get his car out. And the eighth one, these children had shown amazing bravery in the face of danger. They have been awarded. To solve this, the answer is these children who had shown amazing bravery in the face of danger have been awarded. This is somewhat different. To make it a simple and straight sentence, I have used the who straight away after the noun, that is children. These children who had shown amazing bravery in the face of danger have been awarded. Exercise E. Read the pairs of sentences and tick the correct sentence. Now, it was Anil who helped me. It was Anil that helped me. Now see here, we have to read the pairs of sentences and tick the correct sentence. So, in the box, watch out what is given. We may use which or that when we talk about things, not people. So, the word or the relative pronoun which or that, we use it when we talk about things and not people. Example, this is the watch which my father gave me on my birthday. Now this is a formal expression. If you have to talk in the informal way, then you can also use the word that in front of instead of the word which. See here, this is the watch that my father gave me on my birthday. Okay, so there is also a difference in the use of relative pronouns in the formal sense and informal sense. So, in the first sentence, it was Anil who helped me. As we are talking about person, we will not be using the word that. Okay. So, tick mark the first sentence in the first one. It was Anil who helped me. Second, it is Shweta whom I want to see. Again, Shweta is a girl, is a person. That's why whom is the correct answer. The second one is wrong. It is Shweta that I want to see. That is a wrong sentence. So tick mark the first one in second sentence also. Third one, I do not want the apple which is green. And I do not want the apple who is green. Now apple is a non-living thing. It is a fruit. So we will not refer it with the word who. So here also in the third sentence, the first sentence is correct and the second is incorrect. Fourth one, look at the boy who is in shorts. So again here the first one is correct and look at the boy that is in shorts, it is incorrect. Fifth one, a girl who has short hair looks like a boy. A girl that has short hair looks like a girl that has short hair and girl who has short hair. So here in the formal context, a girl who has short hair looks like a boy is correct. So tick mark the first one in fifth sentence. Coming to the sixth sentence, this is the boy who scored the winning goal. And this is the boy which scored the winning goal. Now we have seen in the box watch out that we use which or that about things. Now in this sentence we are talking about the boy. So here we will use the word who. Tick mark the first one over here. Seventh one, it is the channel that is giving you the news. This is the channel who is giving you the news. So channel is something non-living. So we will not refer it with the word who. That's why the second sentence is wrong and first is correct again. Eighth one, the Hyde Park, who is in London, is a popular tourist spot. Now a park is a non-living thing. We will not refer it with the word who. That's why first one is wrong. The Hyde Park, which is in London, is a popular tourist spot. This is the correct answer. Next exercise. Fill in the blanks with who, which or whose where necessary. Put a cross where a relative pronoun can be omitted. See here in the box, remember, we may leave out the relative pronoun when it is the object of the verb. For example, this is the story that I got award for. So here we can just leave out the pronoun which is given in the bracket. This is the story I got an award for. Now in this sentence you can see we can use that or we cannot use that, or we can just leave out that because the object is the verb. Okay, that's why we can do that. Now in the exercise, let us see. First one, Peter is the boy who wears a blue cap. So here who will be referring to the boy and it is the relative pronoun. Now see the second one. The car she bought recently is very expensive. Now here we can also write it in this manner. The car that she bought recently is very expensive. But even if we do not use the word that, the sentence is correct. The car she bought recently. So we just have to put a cross after the car, as even if we do not use a relative pronoun, we can omit it, we can leave out it. The sentence is correct. Third sentence, this is the boy who had an accident. So who fits in over here as we are talking about a boy. Yesterday I saw a house which was really old. So which is used for non-living things. This is the man whose house is on fire. Now as we are talking about a man and his house is possessed by the man. That's why we are using the possessive relative pronoun, that is whose. Sixth one, she likes cutlets which are hot. So which will be fitting here, as it cutlets are non-living thing. You can also write it like this. She likes cutlets that are hot. But in the exercise we have been asked to use the three words who, which, whose. So we are using which over here. She likes cutlets which are hot. Seventh one, can I speak to the girl sitting in the front row? Now here you can also write the word who is sitting in the front row, or we can simply put a cross over here. Even if we do not use a relative pronoun, the sentence is correct. Can I speak to the girl sitting in the front row, or who is sitting in the front row? But is not mentioned here, so just put a cross in this sentence. Can I speak to the girl? Write a cross in the blank, sitting in the front row. Eighth one, the book which you gave me is great. Ninth one, Mr. Jain, who is the president of the society, is very ill. Mr. Jain is a person, book is a non-living thing. That's why we are using which in case of book and who in case of Mr. Jain. 10th one, the apartment you rented out is very spacious. The apartment which you rented out is very spacious is also correct, but if we, the apartment cross you rented out is very spacious, if we write it this way, the sentence also correct. So we will put a cross in the last sentence also. Now, relative clauses modify a word, phrase or an idea in the main clause. The word, phrase or idea modified is called the antecedent. So see here students, a very important point. Whenever we are using relative pronouns in the sentences, the word to which the relative pronoun is modifying or it is giving information about whichever noun, that is called as an antecedent. See here the example. The house that Jack built is large. The teacher whom I respect recently got a award. Now see here in the first sentence, the relative pronoun is that and it is modifying the word house. So here house is the antecedent. So underline the word house and write their antecedent, underline the word that and write their relative pronoun. In the second sentence, now you have to do it, that relative pronoun is whom and teacher, the word teacher is the antecedent of it. So based on this information, the next exercise we have to solve, that is exercise G. Underline the relative pronouns and circle their antecedents in the sentences. So very simple exercise. Now you know how to identify the relative pronouns. So whichever noun is given in the sentence about which our relative pronoun is giving more information, we have to select it as an antecedent and we have to circle it. See here, first one is done for us. She is the teacher whom I admire the most. Whom is the relative pronoun and teacher is the antecedent over here. Second sentence. This is the man who committed the crime. So man is the antecedent, circle it, and who is the relative pronoun. Third one, we saw the elephant which has the longest trunk. So which is the relative pronoun and elephant is the antecedent here. Fourth one, Asim is the carpenter who carves designs on the tables and chairs. So here who is the antecedent, who is the relative pronoun and carpenter is the antecedent. Here are the books that I borrowed. So that is the relative pronoun and books are the antecedent. The student who is wearing the blue dress is the winner. Now who is the relative pronoun and student is the antecedent in sixth sentence. Seventh sentence, the list which contains all the names will be considered. So which is the relative pronoun and list is the antecedent. Eighth one, Ruskin was born in New Delhi, which is the capital of India. Now which is the relative pronoun and New Delhi is the antecedent here. Ninth one, the person who influenced him the most is the father. So who is the relative pronoun and person is the antecedent. 10th one, he is the CEO whose picture you saw in the newspaper today. Now here whose is the relative pronoun and CEO is the antecedent. Next exercise is let us listen. Listen carefully and write the missing antecedents. So it is good if you do it on your own. So students, just try to do it on your own. You can pause the video, then you can solve this exercise on your own, and then if you have difficulty or even if you don't have difficulty, you can just again switch on the video, put on the video and listen what answers I have given. Dear Richard, I am a 12-year-old boy who is looking for a pen friend. Presently, I am studying in class 6th. I am a person who is very shy and soft-spoken. I have certain qualities which appeal immediately to others. These are frankness and generosity. I have a friend who is also my age. His name is Abhilash. Something I like about Abhilash is that he is honest and kind. He is a boy who has a good sense of humor. He is also looking for a pen friend who is sincere. I have read about you and have noticed that you have the same qualities which I possess. Also, the things that we enjoy are similar. Can we all be friends? You may write to me at the address that is given below. I will expect a response from you. Yours sincerely, Rohan Mehra. In this manner, you have to solve this exercise. So what are the antecedents? Antecedents are the nouns. So here we have worked in the reverse manner in this sentence, in this exercise, that is, let us listen. Here already the relative pronouns are given, that is who, which, and we have to use the antecedents or the nouns which these sentences are giving information about. So very good exercise. Please try to do it on your own. See here, the meaning of the word pen friend is given. Read it out. Going to the next exercise, that is, let us speak. Some of the following sentences are incorrect. Put a tick against the correct sentences. Rewrite the incorrect sentences correctly. Then work in pairs. One of you should read out the correct sentences you have ticked. The other should read out the corrected version of the incorrect sentences. In the class, we would have taken this exercise as they have asked us to do. Right now, what we will do is, we will tick mark which is correct and we will correct the sentences which are incorrect. First one, my brother who is in the army came to see us. Put a tick mark, this is a correct sentence. Second one, the danger of driving is something which worries me every time I travel. So put a tick mark over here because it is a correct sentence. A small amount of valuables was all that was stolen by the robber. Put a tick mark, this is also a correct sentence. Fourth one, the path was made by trekkers which cross the mountains each summer. This is also a correct sentence. Put a tick mark. Fifth one, the park to who I usually go jogging is across the road. Put a cross because this is not the correct sentence, and here instead of who it should be which. The park to which I usually go jogging is across the road. Sixth one, the person whom we selected to represent us on the committee had to resign due to illness. Correct sentence. Seventh one, Aman's tomcat drank the milk which he put out in a saucer. Correct sentence. And the eighth one, vanilla is the only flavor which he likes. Again a correct sentence. Put a tick mark. Coming to the next exercise, that is, let us write. Work in pairs. Find out each other's biographical details. Write a short biography, that is 100 to 120 words, of your friend using relative pronouns or clauses. Write in your notebook. So here we have to write a biography. So for this exercise, I will send you a short description of what is a biography, and you have to describe your friend using the following points in 100 to 120 words. So this you will do as a homework. It is easy, and if you face any problem while writing the sentences, if you do not understand how to write it, what tense should be used, then you can always contact me. I will explain you how to write it, but try to write this down first, and then we will discuss about how to write the biographical details. The next exercise is activity. Now, find out in your class and write the names of someone. So you have to write the name of someone who has a younger sibling. Sibling means brother or sister. So if you know any of your friend from your class, you can write the name of that friend in this blank space who is having a younger sibling. Second one, whom everybody wants in their team. Third one, whose name has 7 letters. And fourth one, whom nobody can beat in a race, like who can run very fast, who is very good at running, and no one can beat that friend of yours in running race. So these 4 names you have to think, you have to talk to your friends, and then you have to write it. So students, here we complete this exercise. I'll be giving you at least 2 days to complete this whole lesson, and then we will go to the next lesson. And for the biography, I'll be sending you the details of what is a biography and how to write it. Till then, bye-bye.